America, the land where eagles soar, and the mountains cascade to the seas. From the rocky coast to the great Northwest, to the dark blue waters of the Atlantic Ocean, and all the states in between. Welcome, as American Builder Productions presents the American Builder television program.
Welcome to the City of Fountains, Kansas City, Missouri, home of the Kansas City Chiefs and Kansas City Royals. With so much to do and see, Kansas City is a great place to live. Today, we'd like to introduce you to the team behind Pfeifer Homes. They are just the people you need to see if you're planning on making the Kansas City area your home.
I've been in the building business my whole life. I started out working for a builder when I was in junior high school, worked my way up through into the framing business. And then from there blossomed into going ahead and starting out on my own. Partnered up with Randy King back in 1987.
But my dad and his partner Randy King, which was the Pfeifer King piece of it, they started together in 1988 and built their first home and kind of went from there. And just, always had the mindset of a design build company and truly wanted to be a custom builder. Got into building, it was actually kind of a funny story back when I was 13 years old. Got woken up about 6 o'clock in the morning, had good plans to go to the pool that day with my buddies, and got woken up by my dad, and he said, time to go to work. So he woke me up and dropped me off at one of our framing crews that we use and still use to this day. Steve Skinner Construction is their name. And dropped me off, and I was kind of their little grunt guy, picking up wood and taking them wood and just keeping the job sites clean, and started learning the ropes from there. And then I went to school at Pittsburgh State University, which is in southeast Kansas, and got a 4-year degree in construction management with an emphasis in residential design down there. And then once I graduated, came back up, and me and my dad formed Pfeifer Homes.
Part of the reason that Randy and I decided to part ways in our building business is because my son Justin graduated college and was coming into the business.
Once I graduated, Randy King was wanting to kind of slow down and look towards retirement. He knew I was going to be coming out of school full speed ahead and wanted to, get going and fast track. Cool piece about it too is then you can work in my sister Amanda Pfeifer. She graduated 2 years before me. She's 2 years older than I am. And when she came out, she got into real estate and is now actually is controlling and sitting on marketing one of our communities that we control, which is Raintree Lake Estates. And so her and her partner Norm Lineberger are kind of running that show. So it's kind of a cool, keeping it in the family type of deal.
There are several aspects that I believe that make Pfeifer Homes stand out among the other builders in the Kansas City metropolitan area, and that is they are a true design build company. A lot of builders will call themselves, custom home builders, when in reality they're more of a production focused versus the true meaning of what a custom house is. And that's where Pfeifer Homes' motto comes in, design build advantage, is they can design your home based off of just a coffee napkin, or if you've already got an existing floor plan, or if that's modifying a current floor plan they have. It's not just taking a wall and moving it here, or moving the staircase to here. It's truly designing a custom home for an individual that wants everything to be very specific.
The other piece of it, my uncle Jeff Pfeifer, which is my dad's brother, he does all of our design work, and he owns Viewpoint Residential Design. So he does all of our AutoCAD work, more or less.
My service that I provide for them is home design, We do 99.9% of what Pfeifer Homes builds is custom. And I design the homes for them, develop home plans for them, and then their buyers come in and make modifications to those plans.
You know, our team, Rick Holbrook, just to start with, he has been with my dad and Randy and with the company ever since it started. He's our main field superintendent, and he also is our field expert.
My day-to-day duties include meeting with subcontractors, keeping a watch out over the field superintendents, making sure they're not having problems with any of the subcontractors, so that once construction starts, the field superintendents can take the homeowner through the steps from framing to closing.
My dad and myself, we work kind of on the front end, working with the buyers, doing the design meetings and all the prelim stuff and whatnot. And then once we, go to contracting, the buyers start working with our well-developed team, which is Rick Holbrook, like I just talked about. And then also Bridget Rabori, which she's been with us for 15 years now. She does all of our project coordinating.
My job entails working with the homeowners, especially on change orders, selections, making sure all the decorating selections and everything are turned in on time, answering questions, and then I also do their accounts payable and payroll, and then I work with the homeowners on their warranty from the time they close through their 1-year warranty time.
And then we just brought on a new field superintendent, Phil O'Dowd. He now runs our online cloud-based scheduling system.
Daily duties consist of running to job sites, scheduling out next week, 2 weeks out, what's going to be, and keeping a daily log on all job sites that are going on.
Along with our team, superintendents, project coordinator, all the above here at Pfeifer Homes, we also have a very qualified group of subcontractors that we work with. Us being a design build company, we can't just work with any subcontractor, and the fact and reason for that being is since we aren't building the same home twice and they are very custom, we have to have subcontractors that we use that we hold to a higher standard than the industry standard subcontractor, that one, understands our system, and two, understands the quality that we are looking for. Just to name a few of them, Century Roofing, they do a great job for us. We've always had good success with them, and their finished product has always been extremely good too. And then also another key piece, person that we work with is Sarah Twinter, and she owns Interiors by Sarah Twinter, and she is our interior decorator that works hand in hand with our buyers. We generally include 8 to 10 hours of decorating, time with her in each of our contracts. The other one that I'd like to mention too on the list is Johnson Custom Cabinets, and we have been using Johnson Custom Cabinets once again for 25 years. We won't use anyone besides them. They sit down with our buyers and can design whatever they want to fit whatever space, and you can bring a picture to them and say I want that, and they'll design it for you, and build it. My sister Amanda Pfeifer just recently switched over from Reese and Nichols over to the Keller Williams. And so the cool thing about that, once again keeping it in the family, is she and her partner Norm Lineberger, are actually marketing Raintree Lake Estates, which is a subdivision we just took over the remaining 51 lots in. So it's pretty cool to work with her on a day-to-day basis. Also, as far as the finishings of our home, Larson Painting, which is Jim Larson, we have used him for years. Once again, from the start. And he pretty much does our houses only. He's kind of our exclusive painter. Another finishing item of homes that we use is Mike Case Trim Company. One thing that Mike is definitely known for in the Kansas City, not only doing a phenomenal trim job and being able to do stuff out of the ordinary and above and beyond. One thing that sets him apart is his ability to do curved staircases and do unique design staircases. Those are just a few, to name a few of our subcontractors that we've used forever. that we have great success with and we'll continue to use.
Don't go anywhere. American Builder will be right back. Welcome back to Kansas City. Before the break, we met the team behind Pfeifer Homes. Now, we're going to find out what it's like to build with Pfeifer Homes once you've selected them as your builder.
I think what makes our company unique is we focus on what we call the Design Build Advantage system. It allows our customers to be an active part in the design of their home. It also allows our customers the ability to get a home to fit their lifestyle needs and budget.
They can bring a plan to us and say, you know what, I like the overall look of this plan, but I want to make some changes and modifications to it. And so our system allows us, working with Jeff Pfeifer, Viewpoint Residential Design, on the CAD system to be able to make those changes to, fit the lifestyle needs and most of all budget of our buyers, exactly, and get their plan exactly designed and drawn how they would like it.
If the customer is undecided on something or kind of needs to see several different options, then Troy or Justin will bring them to me. We'll sit down in my office and they'll actually come here and view the computer as I make the changes.
And we also have a system and do what we call value engineering. And basically what that is we take and we sit down, we go room by room, floor by floor in design meetings when we're designing the homes. And we basically we'll look at different areas of the floor plan and lay out furniture to scale in those areas and say, you know what, we've got some extra room here that we really don't need, that's just kind of wasted space. Let's either move that to a different area of the plan that maybe didn't have as much space that you wanted, or let's remove that altogether and save that cost of that unused square footage, that dead space basically. And we'll have buyers that'll use, after that they'll use that on upgraded amenities or whatever, or they'll just save the cost altogether.
We'll walk them through every stage of the building process. Anything they don't understand, we'll stop, we'll meet out at the job site. And unlike other builders, we probably meet with our homeowners way more than anybody else does. So trying to catch any step, we let them go through the house as it's being built. So if they do have questions or not sure of something or decide after they see it, they want to change it, they have that flexibility to do that.
So I would say that's kind of the big piece, that separates us from the rest of the pack is, being able to do a true custom design and home build.
Well, I think after asking a lot of questions in the community, the one comment we kept getting back over and over was they build a really good house. And we just felt like with the home being our largest asset, that was a great starting point to know that we're going to have a well-built home.
We didn't go to any other builder before we built this house. We had gone around and looked at a number of the homes that they'd built in the past, and I think that we just saw that they did a really nice job and built really quality homes. And we're very satisfied with choosing them.
The design process was really good, where we designed the floor plan of our house, and the build process has been good. We love the finished product.
I was actually impressed. I have a building background myself on the commercial side, and so I'm used to that whole process and wasn't really expecting the level of scheduling and subcontractor expertise that we actually experienced building with Pfeifer.
I think the building process, working with them, was really a very good relationship. I had some definite ideas of the design, but I think in working with them, we really fine-tuned it and came up with something that we were very pleased with. And it was a very easygoing
relationship, and it worked really well.
I was very involved in the building process. My husband and I both were. We both designed the house together, and then I picked out most of the things interiorly by myself, so with the decorator.
We either would come by at the end of the day and see what got done, or call the builder and say, hey, we think we'd like to go this direction, and would you be open to this idea? So we were pretty involved.
Yeah, I was very involved in the process. Took a lot of my drawings and pictures and things that we had accumulated over the years of what we wanted to do when we were building our dream home, and took that and got all of those incorporated, and it worked out really well for us.
From the beginning, Troy spent a lot of time searching for a building site for us, and we actually had decided on 2 or 3 different subdivisions, and then we'd go out and walk the lots with Troy, and he'd give us the pros and cons for each lot. So that was one thing I thought was over and above what I was expecting from the builder. But throughout the process, all of our ideas were treated with respect, and they made an earnest effort to make sure that we got what we wanted, but still kept it in budget.
After the break, we'll hear more from the team at Pfeifer Homes and their clients about what sets them apart from other builders and why they are the best choice for your construction project. Don't go away. American Builder will be right back. Hello again from Kansas City, Missouri. We've been speaking with the team and some clients of Pfeifer Homes. So far, we've learned how they got started and how their client-friendly custom building process works. Now, let's hear exactly what it is that separates them from their competition.
The team behind Pfeifer Homes, I think, is really outstanding. Everybody, from Bridget to Troy to all of them, they just work together very well, and I think make for a great team.
It's kind of a cliche, but I'll call it a well-oiled machine. They hand off the plans to their superintendent, and he's in control of the subcontractors, and the lady in the office, Bridget, she does all the scheduling, and Troy's there for backup to answer any of your questions, so I'm very impressed.
I think Pfeifer Homes stand out from other builders because of their commitment to the homeowner, the time they spend with the homeowner, and the custom draftsman to get their house correct the way they want to build it before any construction starts.
We all know there's one common goal, and that's to provide a beautiful home and keep the homeowners happy. And throughout the whole process, even when we turn the keys over to them, that next year we're still involved with them. So I think just the common goal that everyone has here is what really is a big strength.
I think we stand out from other builders by our personal attention. Everybody is involved in some step of the way with the homeowners. So we spend a lot of time meeting with them, helping them make their selections, answering questions.
A key piece to our Design Build Advantage system is we actually help our customers select their home site in a subdivision atmosphere or even on their acreage places. We help them with orientation of the house, elevations of their home, everything to make the home fit the property, the lot that they're interested in. A key piece for a lot of people is looking at orientation as far as direction the sun is, and we help them with deciding which lot works best for their needs as far as if they want to do a south exposure sun for a pool, or a north exposure or a south exposure driveway for thawing out snow and ice in the wintertime.
Now, the nice thing about our system is being a design build company and how our system works is our buyers don't have to make all of their decisions up front. But we allow our buyers to make selections as the home is being built. For instance, we do different walkthroughs with the buyer. One will be an electrical walkthrough, pretty close to the start after it's framed in. We know where your standard outlets by code are going to be, but let's say we've got an office and you're going to need an extra opening here, your desk is going to be on this wall, you'd like an extra outlet or a floor outlet. At that time, we give you the ability to kind of walk through the home, become one with it, and kind of live in it, more or less. And that way you can think through exactly where you want all those things to be. It makes it more of a stress-free process to where they're not so worried about having to make all their decisions up front. They don't have to pick their paint, their tile. It's not an A, B, C, D type of thing. You have to decide today. You're able to make your selections as the home's being built and kind of live it, and that way you get exactly what you want. We have what we call a detailed description of materials that goes to every house, and it is along when we're doing our estimation, we're putting that description of materials together, and it's generally a 6 to 8 pages of info, and it basically highlights every single thing that is in that house, all the way from electrical, what type of concrete for flat work we're using, what type of OSB on the outside of the house, to I-joist flooring system that we use. It's very, very detailed. Plumbing fixture colors, type of plumbing fixtures, appliances. So it's very, very detailed, and we have to be that way because our houses, our subs look at that description of materials, and they also look at the plan. The plans match the description of materials, and the description matches the plans. And so those two factors are what the subcontractors go off of to ensure that that home is getting built and done exactly how, the homeowner would like it to be. We're also a member of a group called ABG, and that group basically is a group that allows us as a smaller builder to have national buying power. Basically what it is it started in Texas, then moved to Oklahoma, and then into Missouri, Kansas City market, and it's kind of branched into some other areas now. But it's called the Affiliated Builders Group. But what they do is it brings a bunch of small, selected builders in like ourselves, and allows us to go out to national vendors, even local vendors and subcontractors, and get a bigger buying, power. So instead of us trying to go and, doing 15 to 25 homes a year, going to a sub and saying, hey, what kind of rate can we get here? We're coming in with, a group that's consists of, 12 to 15 builders, so your volume gets a lot larger, so your buying power gets better. So that also, why that is good for us and why we're excited to be a part of it is because it also, saves costs for our homeowners, allows us to get them a lot better rates on, supplies, materials, appliances, you name it. But the thing with our system though is it allows the client to be as involved or uninvolved as they would like. But we try and make it as stress-free, and as fun of a process as can be, because at the end of the day, we're not just building a house for someone. We become very close with them. It's a great friendship.
There you have it. Pfeifer Homes offers a true custom home. With their design build advantage, they're at the top of the list when it comes to builders in the Kansas City area.